This is a sweet little guitar here. I forgot I was supposed to be making, like, words. Some point of a thing, a lesson, or something. I'm just kind of grooving to this song I wrote when I was like 15. And I don't think I have a more depressing song. That song is so depressing. I won't even tell you the words because you probably just kill yourself. Like, depressing shit. But it was a good riff, you know, especially for a 15-year-old who just learned how to play the fucking guitar. Just that little walk up, walk back. I've heard a couple people do something similar since then. It's a good sound. But this little puppy here, that was sounding good, wasn't it? For a freaking kid's guitar. My thank you to the general for sending this fucker here. Martin. That's just like almost blasphemy, isn't it? So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are, whatever time it is that you choose to have your coffee. Yeah, because I just assume otherwise you'd be asleep. Because if I'm not having coffee, I'm fucking asleep. Welcome back to the Easy Reefers tiny little fish room. Oh. I am your host, of course, Fake TV's, the one and the only, the phenomenal cosmic powers in itty bitty living space, Lost Begotten. Fake TV's Lost Begotten. Look, I'm here now. I know. I wonder about me too. It's kind of what this channel's here for, just to make y'all wonder about me. Because I wonder about me too sometimes, and so does my wife. She definitely wonders about me sometimes. You would do if you were her, let's face it. And just be thankful you're not. Anyways. So, today, I am... Oh, I feel like I had a long, exciting, stressful day yesterday. Because I did. And I actually don't have but like 40 minutes to talk right now. But I was thinking, don't be alarmed. But no, I was thinking about something. The internet is kind of shitty in a lot of ways. Like, obviously, I'm aware of the advantages of the internet. I was on BBS's in the late 80s, okay? I've had an AOL account since 94. Don't go telling me shit I already know, okay? I reserve the right to provide a car accident for anyone who raises my blood pressure, okay? Okay. To give you an idea of how freely I can throw my fucking power around. I would hope at some point people would, learn their lessons. dropping like flies. Anyway, but the internet, okay? It's created a lot of jobs that were already there in other places. Okay? It's just moved jobs around. And in a lot of ways, it's taken marketing itself, for starters, and made it something that people who don't work nearly as hard can do. It's made it more about, well, two things, basically, unfortunately. I could see it just being about money, and that would be a problem. But it would still be fine compared to how it is now. It's about money. And whose matters. And it seems these days it's more rubles than dollars, isn't it? Oh, but, you know, rubles are just what they make the peasants barter with. It's dollars. And now it's euros. The British pound was historically as hard to counterfeit as our currency finally is now. So that was never really a big mafia interest. Good morning, Mr. Conway. But then, you know, obviously you have the consolidation of jobs into pure technology. And Jeff Bezos, Amazon, now makes its own fucking motor oil. Are you kidding me? Right. Spoils. Exactly. That's the spoils economy. Designated by an unspoken honor pact. If history has anything to say about it. Well, my story. But then there's the one obvious benefit of the internet that everybody would go to by default. Is it really a benefit? Research. How to. Should it be a free-for-all where anybody can just decide, I'm a fucking expert on this, I'm going to give everybody advice? No. That's spam. Okay? Opinions are like assholes, and everyone's got one. If you're not a certified engineer or qualified expert on a given topic. Or at least some very unique individual with a unique perspective. Here's an idea. Shut the fuck up. Stop spamming. But even when it comes to like flipping real estate, building a home garage, learning how to program a computer, there was a way that we used to acquire this information that was actually a lot more economically productive, that created jobs and caused people to go on outings and to shopping centers and maybe stop for lunch. And they didn't have to spend a whole bunch of time. Oh, you think the internet saves you time, but you wind up looking for one thing for weeks sometimes on the internet. Just trying to find one useful fucking provider of that information. And half the time, you got liars and con artists coming out the fucking woodwork. You used to just be able to go to the mall, stop by Walden Books, and look for the big, bright yellow For Dummies section. Say, I'm gonna learn something new, because when it comes to that thing, I'm a dummy. I'm gonna go get myself a For Dummies book. You think the internet's better than For Dummies books? I don't know if you've ever actually read a fucking For Dummies book on, say, MCSE certification or Java programming. They're actually pretty fucking good. They were, for their time. Yep. You could go and you could find these things that had information in them. They were, what were they? They were round or triangle? No, they were square. Rectangles, yeah, rectangles. And sort of three-dimensional rectangles, not like flat rectangles. And instead of swiping, you turned pages. They were called, what was it? Books. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, books. And see, the thing about a book is you actually knew where the fuck the information was coming from. But when it comes to the deployment of the internet, the implementation of it, did America make any attempt to secure existing market shares? To not let the internet be used as a weapon against its own people? Did we have any fucking regulations of the sort? No, we just literally made it a fucking free-for-all. Including the ability to shop out of state and avoid taxes. That's bullshit. I mean, I did it. Oh, I did it. I did it a lot. But I shouldn't have been able to. How bad for the economy is it, you know? The internet should have been looked at a lot the way we look at, say, medical care. You know? Like a sliding scale clinic kind of thing. Or the way we finance homes when there's a competent administration, you know. Sliding scale. Less liability, the poorer you are. But that's, you know, that's for usage. We shouldn't have let the internet deform our society to a point where free internet access was necessary. I mean, think about what the fuck you're saying when you say free internet access is needed. That's basically acknowledging that your fucking whole system is broken. When you need the internet to perform basic functions in your society, you've gone too far and just acquiesced basic competence. You know, like when it comes to our kids in school. When I was in school, the internet was called cheating. It was only on specific assignments that you could even use the internet as one of your sources. And you actually had to memorize things like numbers in the alphabet. Think about where we're going with this, where we just type, fucking talk, say everything, and let these machines that are possibly controlled by foreign infiltrators record and catalog our words and match them to text algorithmically. So that if they developed the technology to just impersonate our voices, they could just make us fucking look like we're saying anything they want us to. Especially the way they fuck up my broadcasts and slur my fucking speech and mess with my rhythmic timing when I'm playing. And I mean, I sit there and I am by no means a flawless fucking performer or anything, okay? But I know when I fuck up and when I'm not fucking up. And I'll remember specific parts where I was like, yeah, that was sounding good there. And I'll go back and listen to it, and it's just fucking disjointed. Like, either I'm drunk or my TV is, you know? Like, and then your fucking YouTube troll monitors just prove every time that they're watching me ever so closely. Oh. Remember what I said last night about the skippable ads on the official shit and the unskippable ads on this Russian pirate bullshit? Oh, sure enough, I got a couple of unskippable ads in a row on MSNBC all of a sudden, and skippable ads on the random bullshit. Just the pattern just suddenly fucking changed. As if I had not been recording data accurately. Must be my mistake. I'm just a horrible observer of things that happen. Anyway. So, in the mid-90s, when the internet really started going global, we really need to look at whether there were bills proposed to regulate the internet. Okay. I know there was a lot of conversation about them, about actually regulating the internet. But the fucking idiots and the con artist infiltrators that shepherd them and convince them to do these stupid things that they do. they said, you know, America could charge money for this shit. We could, by charging money, actually keep this a secure platform. Oh, well, yeah. But no. We think that if we help the European Union prosper, they will basically be a second fucking NATO. And they'll support us and be our friends and, you know, not basically lead the way into turning the world to shit. And we said, sure, let's just make it free. Start running cables right over there to Europe and just let everybody get in, you know. Fucking Cold War just supposedly ended. Russians running around everywhere. Let's give them a way to coordinate their would-be assault. Like, seriously? Think about that. This massive war just ended. And Russian possible spies started freely traveling all over the world. It was at this point that we just decided to give everybody walkie-talkies, you know? And this is why I think the U.S. government and Interpol and all of these Western security and intelligence agencies are being bullshitted by their so-called experts. And this is why they also desperately need my advice. Oh, among many, many very strategic reasons that I just can't say on this fucking channel. And I just can't believe you idiots, you fucking morons. Yes, my government, my military, I'm talking to you people. You morons haven't actually been here to get briefed by me. All the different times I said, you should come here to be briefed by me. All these different times I've noticed things that were too important to even say on this channel. Of all the things that I notice and how important they are, when I say something's too important to even say on this channel, and that to do so would create a security vulnerability, you better be fucking sure. You can bet your sweet little ass that it's something that makes us extremely vulnerable, or that could be an extreme advantage. And what am I going to do? Come on here and point out a completely unnoticeable vulnerability? What am I going to do? Come on here and spell out an advantage that we could have over Russia? I keep thinking of these things over and over again. I keep noticing these things over and over again, and I have nothing to fucking do with them. Because YouTube works for Russia, and they fucking basically keep me from being popular enough for our little rotating, revolving door to be able to pay attention. And well, let's just face it, the career people left in our government, they got their hands full. But you know what? A long time ago, there was this one person that if they would have listened to, they wouldn't have their fucking hands so fucking full now, would they? Oh. Oh. And suddenly there was with my colon a multitude of bowel movements. So, today could be, might be, hopefully, another busy day. Hopefully I'll have a little more answering and answers to give. But I'm looking at a window of about 3 years before I want to basically start paying you guys to implement your plans. And just start the foothold presence of our companies, you know. From which we can sort of focus at expansion teams. And you never answered me, Mr. Conway. What do you think about going to Australia? And basically setting up the dual franchise there. And then having Neville come to Ireland. Or vice versa. We could have Neville go to Ireland first. I just assumed that y'all would want to travel. Otherwise, we could probably do things over conferences. Oh, well, great. It's all about team building at this point. Team building, team building, team building. You keep people in mind who have skills and the potential to even grow beyond that skill set. And you simply talk to them about, you know, what you and some other people are planning. And say, if we get it together, what kind of salary do you need? Not what do you want, what kind of salary do you need? And say, assuming there's potential for growth. Because, setup and expansion is going to be one phase of every facility. And basically, after a 3-year growth model, that's when everybody starts making real money. I mean, I've got this fucking all but a couple aspects of the corporate model figured out. I've got every aspect of the business, setup, deployment, marketing, hiring. I can really visualize this entire process. One way I was actually thinking of simplifying it. When it all comes down to it, I need to talk to a lawyer about the couple of questions that I have. It's going to be them who does this for me anyways, file the LLC and the articles of incorporation. We got to have lawyers, probably going to be a lawyer for me and a lawyer for my other owners. Alright, I might be off and then on again. I was just about to go, actually. But, I should be on again at some point soon. I'm just not sure what time. Anyways. So one thing on the corporate structure, instead of having 3 different actual companies, I'm just wondering if that's even necessary. Because, okay, the basic thing is accounting and division of power and everything. But if we can have, department type control, I don't know. The whole reason was to give them leverage over me. To make this, less stressful for them, to make them feel like they, have the say-so that they do, I don't want to sit here and be some kind of fucking dictator when I'm dependent on these people. But like I said, I want them to, basically do what I say unless they both agree. Laney has stolen someone's Pokemon stuffed animal. Has brought it to the kitchen. That's hilarious. I would show you, but I haven't cleaned up the mess they've left for me this morning. But he just brought it there and left it there anyways. Oh, good. That's good. Just more shit for me to clean up. I'll get around to it in a minute. I don't know. I kind of do like the growth model of the 3 independent companies. Or the 2 independent companies operating under the little mini parent company. And it works on the same principle that I have, the umbrella company for to begin with. Because we got physical products, we have development products, and then we have a construction service. So the mini parent company sells the physical products, you know. If someone just buys something from it, so it's not going to be from the construction or the development company, you know. They're just buying something from the company. And then when it comes to expanding the individual markets, I want sort of a marketing team leader, and then one person in charge of each subsidiary, you know. Or even if it's one person, they're gonna have like a, you know, a mixed payout budget kind of. Maybe they'll clock into 3 different time clocks. Like, something tells me it's going to be very handy for a lot of reasons to have a different LLC for the different little divisions. And it certainly makes it more attractive to the investor. But does it make accounting easier, or does it make accounting a nightmare? That is the question. What I suppose I'll have to have in my articles of incorporation is an individual model and a common model, and then legal language as in reference to the common model. Common model showing the umbrella corporation and how that corporation, whatever the individual filing is for, relates to the umbrella corp, and whether it's a subsidiary or a parent corp to another subsidiary, you know. So like 2 attached figures. Otherwise, I need to figure out a way to do the power sharing without the separation of companies, and just have one company and then 2 departments. Like, so I know how it all needs to work. I just don't know what, like, you know, legally, accounting wise, the best position is to be in. I don't know. But I need to stop dwelling on that and start dwelling on what I do now, because I got another meeting in an hour. come through here just has my sinuses all messed up. But anyways, so thanks for hanging out and chatting this morning. And I think at this point, lessons learned. We can try to make the internet a more secure place for American businesses and for proper actual businesses to do business. And basically start charging everybody else more to do business, because this has fucking gotten out of hand. We need to find some way to rein this whole damn thing in, because we've got just monopolies who are fucking us, and nobody but con artists can even get a leg in because of these monopolies. And they're just draining us. I mean, they are really draining us. And I can't believe nobody in our government has an idea about this, how much money that they are just draining out from us. Year by year, they do it more and more. And there really isn't much left of America compared to what not only we used to be, but what we could have been by now, without these bullshit troll companies taking over. Anyways, thanks for hanging in there with me, y'all. Don't forget to click the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Peace.